that just happened with one of my clients. He, not directly, but he, I remember I said, when you get a patient come in and they already have an attorney, I said, you better get to that attorney as fast as you can and do that presentation. Because remember, until you do that presentation, you're what?
Worthless.
You're worthless. You got to get to that presentation as fast as you can, not wait. Don't wait to the first re-exam or to the, hell no. You got to get to them as fast as you can to show them that you actually know how to put these cases together and create some authority. And then after the first re-exam, get back to them and just tentatively let them know where the patient's at, even though they're not at MMI, because you're going to have to explain MMI and how that works. They don't know all this. So he didn't do that the first time. And he calls me. Well, why does he call me? It's because he got the patient taken from him. Patient comes in. She already had an attorney. Now, the attorney did not tell him to go to him. She came to him. I don't know if it was a referral or what. Well, in no time, the patient was taken out from under his care. Why? Because the attorney found out he was going to the chiropractor and sent them over to the physical therapist. Why did he do that? Because he was uneducated. He didn't know that chiropractor knew. You think he would have kept him there if he knew all chiropractors are great, they're tremendous value. I love working with chiropractors. You think he'd have moved him if that would have been his attitude?
No.
They're getting taken from you because they know you give crap as a profession. And until you individually change that, you're part of the problem. And what's the only thing that changes that? That presentation. That's the only thing that separates you out from the pond of crap. And that, to me, that's good news. It's real easy to separate yourself from just all these doctors that don't know, that are just terrible. So I see it as good news. It takes a little more work, but the work is well worth it, because now I get all the business. Once they see what I'm doing, they don't want nothing to do with you and what you're doing. Or the average chiropractor. They don't want anything to do with those guys anymore. They don't want anything to do with them in the first place. So that's why I like it. It's a huge opportunity if you know how to do the presentation and you're willing to do it. Well, that was enough to piss that doctor off. So the next time that happened, he got on the phone. Now, he said enough on the phone, because sometimes they won't even give you time of day. So he at least rattled off the bullet points on the phone. He goes, let me just share with you how we document this. And he went through all the bullet points on the phone. Well, that was enough to grab the guy's attention and to set up a meeting. It stirred his awareness and interest enough to set up the meeting. So then he goes and does the presentation, says and now he goes in detail, through the 10 categories, and he relates it to the present case that he has now, but he lets the attorney know that this is tentative until they reach MMI, and then he had to explain what MMI is and the importance of getting the MMI for a potential impairment rating, and then how that potentially impacted the 4 injury awards. So he went from getting the case pulled from him because he didn't know what he was doing to keeping them and winning the attorney over. What was the single thing that turned it all around?
We had the call.
The presentation. The presentation. Even though he gave a mini presentation on the call. He knew he had to stir their awareness and interest enough. So he said he went through all the bullet points on the phone that grabbed that guy's attention enough to be willing to meet with him. And then when he met with him, he laid out the categories. Now he has a referring attorney instead of being another patient being taken out from under care. That's how you build your personal injury practice. You just got to do presentations left and right. That's what you just got to do presentations. You will not be doing personal injury with attorneys if you don't. You will not. And you cannot wait to go, well, I'll wait till they see my documentation. Bullshit. They won't even know how to interpret your document, your updated documentation. They won't even know what's valuable and what's not valuable that you're doing now. They won't even know how to use it. You're the one that has to explain it to them. You're the one that has to explain to whether they have a strong case, a weak case, an average case, and why. You can't wait for them. There's such a disconnect. It's like 180 degrees between what a chiropractor thinks an attorney knows. It's unbelievable. It's like night and day. The chiropractor thinks that attorney knows so damn much more than he does. He's a damn attorney. He never went to chiropractic. He couldn't even tell you what a fixation is, or palpation, or a positive chems test. He can't tell you nowhere near all the stuff you know about healthcare. He's an attorney. My God. It's almost like talking to a car mechanic. Our car mechanic's not going to know how to, all the stuff we do and how to put it together. But it's amazing how many chiropractors just concede defeat. They just concede authority and defeat. And then the fear of talking to them. It's amazing. So if you can ever get over that, you got a huge market. You do a tremendous amount of personal injury. If you can't get over it, you'll never do much in personal injury. Because you'll always be the little bitch. Because that's who the chiropractic profession is to lawyers, until they personally create authority and credibility. And the only thing that can do that, now, if you want to spend a whole career trying to do that, good luck. You want to spend years and years smoozing and schmoozing to get to that point, you joined the wrong damn seminar. Because it only takes one presentation. It takes one presentation to totally flip that attorney to where you're the authority and the credibility. I'll finish on this. I was just talking to a client. And this client, I've been begging with him to do this for 3 years now. He just won't do it. He just will not give a presentation. He just won't do it. And I know why. He's scared. He's scared to take the authority role. He's just scared. So every time we talk, he always talks from his position of what he knows, and I talk about my position from what I know. Well, he only knows from his position from being a suck-up. He doesn't know any other way. So when he talks to me, he's always talking from a position of inferiority, low credibility. He expects me to agree with him. And I keep telling him, I said, I can't relate to you. You put yourself in this position and you keep yourself in this position. And I said, have you not even watched any of my live attorney presentations I recorded? Did you not even watch the responses that I got in those seminars? Did you not even watch the attorneys' testimonials after my presentations and what they thought about the material? Did you not even watch any of that? I'm the total authority. I can't even relate to him because he's constantly talking from a suck-up position. He's not once in 3 years given the presentation, not once. And he's met with attorneys at lunch and this and that. He just sucks up to them. He's just an ass kisser. I said, I can't relate to you. Well, looks like he's finally getting tired of it. He's not getting the referrals. He's finally getting tired of being the suck up. And now he's like, okay, I'm my next attorney. I'm going to give that presentation. Like I asked you to 3 years ago. everybody's different, you know, and how they see and experience life and what creates fears and inhibitions and what kind of glass ceilings they have. Everybody's different. Everybody's got their own struggles. But it's there. It's wide open. That's for damn sure.